Hello Libra, welcome to your reading. I actually didn't think I was going to do a reading for you today, but I was like nagging me. I did, what did we do? We did Leo and Virgo, and I thought, yeah, I think that's good for the day. I was sitting out on my tiny little back porch. The sun is out, it's really nice here right now, and I was just soaking up some sun. And yeah, I had a nice little break out there, and I just thought, I'm supposed to come up and do Libra's reading. I don't know why, like I can't put that away. So I thought I'm just going to come up and do it. Why not? Yeah, so we're going to start with the L Key deck. There it is for anyone that's interested. We're going to pull out a card in regards to the overall energy of the reading. Yeah, we're just going to see where that goes. It's been really interesting so far. And then I'm going to go into the Good Tarot. And so I'm kind of going back in time here. I'm doing a little bit of Six of Cups, a little bit of reminiscing. So I used to, really early on in my channel, like a year and a half ago, pretty around the time I started, I used to do pyramid spread. So I'm going to do pyramid spread with a Good Tarot. I'm going to do 4 on the bottom, and then 3, 2, 1. And we're going to build a story from it. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, and there's an extended at the end of this. So if this reading resonates with you and you're drawn to the extended, the link is at the top of the description. And yeah, actually I'm going to start with this one. So we're going to get started. Libra. It's the overall energy of the reading for Libra. This reading that I'm supposed to do right now, apparently. I don't mind it. Like, I actually feel kind of comfortable coming up and do it. I don't feel forced to do it. I feel like, oh, darn. I wanted to do something else. I got my sunshine. I got my fresh air. Now we're going to do the overall energy for Libra for this reading. Why do I feel like something flipped as well? Maybe no. We got one on the table. No, nothing flipped. So what do you have here? She who persists. I'm laughing because it felt very persistent. Like if it was spirit tapping on my shoulder. Go do Libra. Go do Libra. Go do Libra. Perspective, defiant, and persistent. Someone is really persistent. You need a message. That is too funny. I can't. I don't make that up. I told you. I was persistent. I thought, like when I finished this reading, when I finished Virgo's reading, it already started nagging at me. And then, no, 2 is good. Like I've done 2 signs today. I'm good with that. Picked my son up. He came off the school bus, had a snack, chillaxed a little bit, and then his dad came and picked him and my little dog Lily up. So they're gone for the day. I was sitting on the back porch, soaking up some sun. Libra. All right. Here we are, Libra. All right. There's a message that needs to come out for Libra. It's very persistent, apparently. You ready? The 2 of air. Love. Patience. It's funny. You just be patient there. I know you're persistent. Wow, the Empress. These cards are pretty strong. When you need a reading, you need a reading. 8 of air. Messenger of fire. The World. You're pulling out a lot of major arcana. I'll say that so far. Let me pull these down a little bit so you can see as much of the spread as possible. Yeah, more than half the cards so far are major arcana. And then you have the 4 of fire. Messenger of water. This really, like, there's a lot of messengers. We got 2. I guess, yeah. 1, 2. This one I'm associating with a balance in communication right now. And the last card is, wow, the King of Water. Big energy in this reading. The bottom is a 6 of water. That is so funny because I said I was sort of 6 of cupping it. So you're doing like my pyramid spread again. What was at the bottom of the She Who, the L key deck? She who grants wishes, wish, desires, and hope. Ooh. Because somebody is very persistent. The word persistent sticks out at me. There's three words that are listed here: perspective, defiant, and persistent. I think there's something persistent. There's something that needs to come through for you. It likely has something to do with wishes coming true, your desires and your hope. 6 of water, 6 of cups is a very nostalgic card. This is almost like a burning... I'm hearing love, and it's funny because you have the word love here. It's almost like a burning love. All right, I showed you the cards. I'm going to take a second here. The bottom is really clear. I don't even need to look deep into it. There's something here persistent. I don't know if somebody has been trying to like communicate to you, whether that's kind of nonchalant or in your face. It's hard to say because you do have this messenger here. It's kind of in your face, but it's not like the vehicle that you would usually receive a message in because it's a seahorse. So there's something a little bit unusual about how the message is received. Patience and the Empress, a bounty here. A bounty? That's interesting. I'm looking at this card. The message I'm getting with this too is 2 birds of a feather, but there's something keeping them apart. And they both have little crowns on them, which is interesting because you have the Empress. So the Empress is an energy that I would associate with a crown. And you do also have a lion. And this love card is like strength. But it does say love. A deep, restful love. There's 2 energies. I feel like there's 2 energies that are kind of being kept, perhaps even persistently apart. Persistently apart. And there's patience and strength, because this is the replacement for the strength card in this deck. So I want to attribute a bit of that with it. And it is often the strength card is a woman holding back a lion. So it's holding back a lion, but doing it in a really restful and peaceful. These 2 energies have really come to terms with each other. So there isn't like an inner beast yelling within and trying to take control. There is self-control. There is backbone created in this. It's sort of the completion of the strength card to me. And then patience and Empress is the full embodiment of all of the queens. So it is something very desirable, something very abundant, a very rich, dynamic energy. This 8 of air, it's, yeah, you can kind of see where it sits here in the spread. It's looking down at the 2 of air. And it's as if something has escaped it. Like all of a sudden something was gone with the way she's sitting here. This is interesting because with your spread, the cards are not talking like as loudly as they did in Leo and Virgo. But the representation of each card is strong. Wow. So it's almost like that in itself is almost a message to me, because it feels like there's 2 birds of a feather that are persistently being kept apart. So, and the cards aren't talking to me like they were, or as out in the open as they were in the other 2 readings. But yet the cards hold a lot of strength. And you do have the strength card. What I see coming is okay, this down here feels like a very persistent energy. It's a very persistent energy of 2 things being kept apart. whether that's two elements of yourself or it's you and someone else. It feels like you and someone else. And I'm going to be honest, it feels like, okay, because we go to the messenger of fire. So I feel like this is some sort of communication, but again, it's really odd. Like there's a strange body language to this where she's kind of like protecting herself. All of the energy is not directed towards the message. And then we have the World card, which to me ends a cycle. So I feel like this is what relieves the heavy energy that I'm feeling at the beginning of your reading. Heavy's not right, I guess. It's solid. It's very solid energy. It's not chaotic. It's just persistent. It's persistent. And it has something to do with two energies being kept apart. It's persistent. It continues to sit there. And then the World card comes in, and I'm telling you, the cards after that just feel free. It feels flowing. It feels celebratory. It feels wonderful. Because your second row here, you have the Four of Fire. There's our celebration. It's happy, it's warm, it's glowing. The Four of Fire is like the Four of Wands. So it too, it can represent, you know, a period of stagnancy, of lack, and then the celebration comes in after that. And I don't know if I would, there's definitely lack in terms of two energies coming together. That comes through the strongest in all of this. And then the rest of it sits here. I mean, it's all major arcana. And it almost sits here just to tell me about the persistence of this energy. And something kind of gone. Something like, whoosh, where did it go? And then the messenger is sitting there, almost as if about to communicate to someone, and they turn around. Like, she almost to me looks like she was in conversation and she turned to talk to someone. Maybe eye contact was made and then they were gone. Like the moment was lost. It feels like the moment was lost. And maybe that's sort of what this persistent energy is down here. The moment is lost. The moment is lost. These two energies keep getting like separated or kept apart. And then when the World comes in, it changes everything. So it's a celebration of two energies. And maybe this, I don't feel like this is the two energies. I feel like this is the second energy, the King of Water, the Messenger of Water and the King of Water. Almost like the two energies then come together. So it feels like to me, the biggest message here is to let you know that yes, something is being persistently kept apart from you. Whatever that is. I haven't clarified any of these yet this week. I haven't had to. What is? So let me, oh wait, there's more. I didn't realize there was two actually underlying here. She who creates creativity, originality, and spontaneity. She who grants wishes, desires, and hopes. I want to ask you, what is it that you wish, desire, and hope for right now? What is it that you wish, desire, and hope for right now? I feel like that, and if it's something that feels like it's always just kind of out of your reach, or something happens and the moment is lost, and it's persistent, and how this continues to occur. What is it that you wish for? Because yes, I feel the message is coming through to say to you, it is persistently being kept apart, but that's going to change. It's going to be spontaneous. And that would make sense too. Because there's this energy of feeling like the opportunity is missed. And then the cycle comes, the cycle ends, and all of a sudden you go into celebration. And I feel like, you know what? Look at that. It kind of feels like some sort of communication. Let's put them like that. It doesn't, because it's sitting above. Look at how she's looking towards the seahorse. And he's receiving something from a fish. It's as if all of a sudden there's some sort of possibility of communication or movement, but it almost comes from two outside sources. And that's what I mean here by it's going to be creative and spontaneous. it would be a little bit like telling a friend something, and then that friend tells the friend of the person who's supposed to receive the message. Like, it's a little disconnected that way, but it comes through. It comes together. I am going to clarify. The first thing I'm going to clarify is the Two of Swords. Or the Two of Air. The Two of Air, the Two of Swords. The Two of Air, the Two of Swords. It's the Empress. Look at it. It's the energy going to the Empress, because you got it here in the clarifiers. The Nine of Pentacles, the Empress, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. It's this. It is. It's leading to the Empress. I want to say it's leading to your Empress. Whatever that means to you. It can be the perfect partner. It can be the mother you never had. It can be the bounty to receive what has been out of your grasp for the longest time. It's almost as if everything that's been kept apart here, and look, I mean, we got some slow movement, but it's slow movement, but it's persistently making sure that everything is looked after along the way that needs to be looked after along the way, so that you can have success. These cards are spectacular. For whatever reason, two energies are being kept persistently apart. The intention is for success and abundance on both ends. Because when you have the Six of Wands, it's not just your success. Other people around you are agreeing to that success. Maybe that's the key. Other people around you are agreeing to that success for some reason. So the timing has to be right for it. So what is the Empress to you? What is the Empress? It is the Queen of Wands. It is that which you find very attractive, very exciting, very creative, very intuitive. Yeah, a very dynamic, exciting type of energy or person. It feels clear now. Does it feel clear? Yeah, clear as mud, Cindy. Now, the Messenger of Fire sits in the middle of the spread. And it should be sort of, I think I just kicked that. Sorry. It should be very significant in the reading because it sits in the middle. And I feel like there's something missed here. What is missed with the Messenger of Fire? What has been missed? The Queen of Swords and Temperance. So yeah, there's some sort of like clarity. And this Temperance is sitting above Patience, which is also Temperance. They're both number 14. There's been some sort of something has needed to be alchemized. Like something from the past has needed to settle. And it's not open. The door to the future, to this new energy, Libra, will not open until something from the past is closed off. Yeah, with the Queen of Swords, like something has to be closed off here from the past for the future to move forward. And it's like as soon as it does it, it clears. It's almost like a karmic clearing, perhaps. That then all of a sudden you go into the Four of Fire. It's beautiful. And then there's stuff going on, like, too, like none of these people are really engaging in anything. Maybe that's too why it feels kind of heavy. I'm just going to put that here so I can look at the pictures. Like nothing here is engaged in anything else really outside of itself. This figure to me almost represents the energy, or it symbolizes what is keeping these two apart. And in here there are two living creatures, but they're not really engaged in anything except rest. And then we have Patience. They're not doing anything. It's a hand of chest. Empress is just sitting in its bounty. Eight of Air. Something, where'd that go? Something like gone. It's gone. It's out of there. And then this just feels like an opportunity, kind of like an opportunity, or the moment snatched away. It feels more like the moment snatched away. And then as soon as it ends with the world, look at, we're playing the flute. Something like that. Playing some sort of woodwind instrument. We have communication. We're looking at other things. We're talking. We're communicating. We're receiving communication. That's what it is. I didn't recognize it right away. Why? This felt persistently immovable. Persistently immovable. Because there's nothing really happening. Oh, I think it's going to change though. The key to success is coming. The key to creating movement and communication and clarity is coming here. I don't know why you needed to hear that. Like, it was like I needed to do that. The Ten of Swords is at the bottom and the Sun. Maybe because it feels like, well, your wishes. The Sun can be like wishes, and this is talking about wishes fulfilled. Granted. But with the Ten of Swords, it feels like, it's so over. I don't know. Well, I want to say, if you feel like you've had a final closure or closing off with someone or something in your life, this doesn't feel like that. This feels almost, because it's persistently kept apart. It almost feels like it never really gets started. And I can see that here with the Nine of Wands sitting behind the Sun, as if, my God, this is killing me. It's never going to go. I'm exhausted with this battle. Interesting. There are all of the energies that are here are all feminine except the King of Water. Obviously for the Alki deck, because they're all feminine, but even this underlying is feminine. I feel like the feminine element here is being kept at a standstill. Everything, even see that the movement towards the Empress is depicted by the Knight of Pentacles, which is depicted as masculine. And the masculine finding victory here. Because even the clarifiers for the cards are all feminine. It's the Queen of Wands, it's the Queen of Swords, it's Temperance. It's very feminine, as well as Patience. So I feel as though the feminine is being kept, held back, and whatever that represents to you. We all have masculine and feminine energies. It would make sense too, because it is the more receptive of the energies. It is the yin to the yang. But yet it's like the masculine will receive something. Perhaps it's even this message. I think so. Because I'm looking at this and he reminds me of Neptune. And I'm trying to study my astrology. And Neptune can also, it can be associated with illusions. But it can also be associated with, video and film. So I almost, and why I had to make this message. I had to do this reading. I feel like this is a message mostly for the masculine. To know that there's victory and that, yes, feminine energy is being kept persistently apart because something has to close off here. And it's like as soon as it does, it's almost like the gates of karmic completion maybe close on that and something new opens up. I feel like this is a message for the masculine. It's like he needed to receive that. He needed to receive that. Again, you can flip this, but that's what I'm getting from this. That's what I'm getting. So there you go. The message that you need to have. I'm going to go do the extended. If I see you there, great. If not, I hope to see you here next time. Thank you so much for letting me read your energy, Libra. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.